evening, everybody. At least it's evening as I'm recording this. May not be evening when you're watching this, but either way, my name's Dustin Leisure. You guys probably all know me. I just wanted to do a quick video for you guys. Everybody that has been kind of using the Office 365 email and our SharePoint sites and so forth, or maybe you haven't been using them so much. I want to point out a couple of new apps that have popped up inside of Office 365 that you might find kind of helpful to yourself. So I've logged into our Office 365 portal, and in the upper left-hand corner, I'm going to click on the Waffle. One of the things that I want you to remember about that Waffle button is it's kind of like your start button for your operating system. So when you click your start button in the bottom left, it gives you a list of all the applications on your computer. Well, now we've got an Office 365 start button, and that's the Waffle button. When you click on it, there's a couple of different things you can do up at the top. If you click all, it actually makes it look a little bit more like your start menu. So either way, I kind of like to keep the tiles on mine with home. And if you click new, obviously it'll show you if there's any brand new apps. So on my home tab, I want you to notice that I've clicked on the SharePoint tile here, and this is what I like to call the SharePoint launch page. So you're going to see some of the sites that you've been to recently and suggested sites down at the bottom if you have any sites you're following or the recent sites you've been to and so forth. But there's a lot of information that's spread across a lot of different sites in SharePoint, and Microsoft understanding that and also understanding that we needed to be able to find information quickly came up with a pretty ingenious way of allowing us to do a quick enterprise search, or as I like to do, or as I like to call, turn it on the big vacuum. So if you go up to your Waffle in the upper left and you click on Delve, so DELVE, Delve is one of the new applications that Microsoft has released. And it's kind of like a big enterprise search engine. I'm so glad I got a chance to do this video tonight so that I could capture for all posterity the silliness that is Owen. So at any rate, notice that what you see here is a bunch of tiles, and these are results. These are popular documents. Now, if I were to go in the upper left-hand corner, and maybe I'm looking for a document that has something to do with CompTIA. I type in CompTIA, nothing that has to do with CompTIA. Well, then let's try another word. I don't believe that. Let's try project. So as I search for the word project, you'll notice that I have a bunch of results here, a bunch of tiles that have popped up, and it tells me what kind of document it is. So here's a zip file, and it tells me what site it's on. And then here's an unknown something on the instructor site, a PDF on the training site, a PDF on the training site. And so there's all of these different types of documents that have popped up as a result. Now, in the upper left-hand corner, I can click on favorites, and the way that I have a favorite or I add a favorite is in any of these tiles. You'll see in the bottom left there's kind of one of these little ribbons. I can click to add that to a favorite. When I click on the favorites link on the left, you'll notice everything that I have favorited is there. You'll also notice up at the top there's what's called a favorite board. I'll show you what boards are here in a second. But I'm going to go back home, and maybe this time I'll search for Excel. So when I search for Excel, I see a lot of different things pop up. The very first one, notice, is a video, and there's actually a play option right here from Delve, and that's on Dustin Leisure's OneDrive. And then there's New Horizons CLC. So one of the cool things about Delve is everything is security trimmed. So the only things that I'm going to see when I'm searching in Delve are those things that I have permissions to. So it takes away any of the worry about, oh no, are people gaining access to things that they shouldn't be seeing? If permissions are set up appropriately, then only those people that have permissions to those documents are going to be able to search and see them in the results. But I'm kind of searching for one that's an email result, because this will search through email as well. And the way that you know it's an email is down at the bottom. There's a little icon that looks like the infinity symbol, and that'll be kind of in the bottom right hand corner. I can't see anything here for right now. But if I wanted to say, for example, this video, data sources, list Excel services, I wanted to share this with people, I can click the little dot, 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 or we call that the open menu in Office 365, and we can either send it as a link, or maybe we could just copy a link. I can also determine who has access to this, who can see this, and it takes me to a page, and you'll see that it's shared with me, and if I wanted to invite people, I could. So this is a quick little example of how I could maybe manage the permissions to an object. So maybe I wanted to invite someone to see this. Maybe I would like to invite Owen to see this. So there's Owen Johnson. And I don't want him really to edit. He can view it. Check this out. And then I click share. So now Owen and I both have access to this video. And if Owen were to search for that video through his Delve, his Delve application, then he as well would be able to see that in his search results. So Delve is kind of a little known application. Not a lot of people know a lot about it because really it's just got one main function. And that is kind of a group search area for you. And the other thing that you can do as well while I'm here is say, for example, this this PowerPoint presentation that Jim Lifter, Slide 1, has created. Let's say, for example, I wanted to have a conversation with Jim, or I at least wanted to single out this one document so that other people could kind of go in and see it and so forth, so on. There's a little button that kind of looks like a bunch of squares, and if I click Manage Boards, I'm going to add this to the PowerPoint board. I'll just call it PowerPoint with a big O's. Hit enter, and now that becomes a board. So I'm going to close this out, and if I go back home, and maybe click me, maybe it'll take a second before that board pops up. There it is. So there's my PowerPoint board there in the bottom left. When I click on it, now there's just that one document. So I have the ability to kind of make a collage and grab some things together and put those documents together in boards of objects. So if I go back over to home, and maybe I wanted to board, and maybe this one I want to put in the PowerPoint's board as well. So when I start typing a P, it drops down, there's PowerPoint. I select it, and I just add it to that board. So it's a way to kind of collect documents and save a search. So you maybe search for something that says Excel. Well, then take all those documents, put them into a board called Excel, and it stays right there on the left-hand side. So hope I didn't waste too much of your time, but Delve is a great new way to search inside of Office 365. Go delve into a few things.